What is going on, YouTube? This is Ted from Port Jervis Computer. I'm going to be doing a quick review on the iPhone 5S that I ordered off of DHgate. Now, this is a clone phone. The actual technical term for it is the GooPhone MTK6572. It is a dual-core phone, has an 8-megapixel camera on the back, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi enabled, single SIM tray, and it is running Android with the iOS 7.0.6 ROM on it. Now, I got the phone yesterday. I ordered it last Sunday, so it took about a week to come from China. I elected to have the DHL Express shipment. I think it was $27 extra, and they guarantee the delivery anytime between 2 and 8 business days. The phone itself cost $125. This is the printout of the phone right here. I ordered from a seller called eFit. If you order more than one, you can get a break. You can get them for $116. I just ordered the one, so it cost me $125 plus shipping. After the shipping, I was just under $150. So the phone came yesterday. Open it up. There's a very nice iPhone 5S box. Everything looks official. On the back, it says 64 gig, although the phone is only a 16 gig. And on the bottom, it lists the serial number, IMEI number, and model number. When you open the box up, you're first going to see the phone. It does come with bubble wrap around it. Underneath the phone, you have your headphones, which they have the Apple logo on them. It comes with the lightning adapter and a wall adapter for international use, as well as the standard wall adapter so you could use it in the States. Now, let's get to the phone. First thing we're going to do is look at the side. You'll see that it has a greenish tint on it. That's because there's a layer of film going around the sides. You could just peel that off. I'm not going to do that right now. But on the back, we have the shiny Apple logo. It says iPhone on the bottom, and it says the model is A1456. The phone feels very sturdy. It is a little light. I've held a real 5S in the past, and it weighs about twice as much as this. So this phone is very light. Let's turn it on. I'm hoping it has the Apple logo. And it does not. It has a Android with kind of like a bite taken out of him, kind of like the Apple logo, but it is not the Apple logo. This phone, well, I was well aware that this phone is running Android with a custom ROM on it to look like the iOS 7. I was hoping that it would have the Apple logo, but not a huge deal. Let's just give it a minute to boot up. Okay, now, as soon as it starts up, you'll see that it does, from first glance, it does look like it's iOS. All right, and here we are. We are at the home screen. There is a slight degree of choppiness when you go back and forth between screens. I think that is because the processor in this phone, it is not nearly as powerful as the processor that is in an official iPhone 5. This is the 5C right here. I'll be doing a quick comparison in a minute to show you the slight differences. Now, it looks like the iOS 7. From somebody walking by that looks at the phone, they're not going to know any different. When you go to settings, everything looks the same. There are some differences. For instance, iCloud. When you click on iCloud, it just basically gives you your account management for your Google accounts. This phone, it does everything that like a Galaxy S4 does. It uses the same Google Play Store. It uses Google Maps for navigation, and so on and so forth. This is essentially an Android phone. I do notice that the camera quality, it really is low. They could definitely improve the picture quality. I don't know if it has something to do with the processor, but when you click on the camera and I don't know if you can see that like I am, but it is not as smooth and seamless as the actual iPhone. There is a certain degree of slowness that it has. When you go back into settings, and we'll go to General and About, you'll see where it is a 16 gig phone with 15.54 available out of the box. It says it's running, this is the ROM, the 7.0.6 ROM, to make it look like the iOS. The carrier says unknown because there is no SIM card in the phone right now. This is a unlocked phone which will work on any WCDMA or GSM network. The modem firmware, that's going to be your Android firmware, 4.2.2, which is a Jelly Bean version. It's just not as responsive as an actual iPhone, but if your goal was just to get something that looks like an iPhone 5S, then this is for you. But if you want something that's going to perform like an iPhone 5S, something with the fingerprint reader, because this obviously doesn't have that feature, it's just a button that you click, it doesn't do anything more. This does not have Siri, this uses the Google Voice recognition. I'm not connected to the internet. But what I did just notice is this looks like it's running a version of Froyo, because I don't know if you can see the style of this connection problem box. That was typically seen in older versions of Android, so not sure what's going on there. When you click on the App Store, that is just a shortcut to the Google Play Store. So essentially this phone is 100% Android with the look of iOS. So if you want to FaceTime with somebody, this phone isn't for you. Although you can technically video chat with somebody on this, it's not going to be the Apple FaceTime application. When you click on FaceTime, it actually brings up a dialer, which I think this is in some way related to the Google Hangouts, where you can dial somebody's phone that is also running the same Android, and you can, communicate through a video conference call. But in no way, shape, or form does this have the actual FaceTime. For the iCloud, like if you are one to use the Find My iPhone, if you're always worried about somebody taking your phone, then you can't use the iCloud Find My iPhone with this. If you click on iCloud, it's just a shortcut to your Google accounts. I may have went over that before. But that's pretty much it. It's it's a solid phone. It's a little bit on the light side. Now let's just compare it to a real iPhone. I wish I had a real 5S here, but unfortunately I don't. I just have a 5C. Now when you compare them in size, they're pretty much equal in height. I know it's a terrible comparison because it's two completely different models of phone. Now, I was explaining before about the slowness that this has. Now, when you swipe with the real phone as opposed to the fake phone, you see on the real phone, it's so much more seamless. There's like no lag at all. You do have a bit of lag with the 5S. You could see that they do look very similar. The screen on this is very bright. You can tone down the brightness, but this screen is more vivid. So the quality of the real iPhone is 100 times better than the quality of this Goo phone. That's the technical name of it, the Goo phone MTK6572. It does use the 8-pin lightning adapter. Now the problem that I noticed was when I got this out of the box, the phone came dead. I plugged the cable in and it remained dead for about 15 minutes. I thought maybe the cable is bad. I got a brand new lightning cable, plugged it in. It sat for about a half an hour, still nothing. I actually emailed the seller, said, hey, you sent me a pretty much brick here. The phone doesn't work at all. Right when I got done sending that email, I decided, let's just try the original cable again. I plugged it in. This time I really had to, I kind of forced it in there, and then it popped up with the little battery icon saying that it was charging. So when the phone finally got charged, I unplugged it and I plugged in the Apple lightning cable. It doesn't recognize it at all. So it looks like you're going to have to actually use the cable that comes with this phone. If you ever lose that cable, chances are an actual Apple lightning cable is not going to work on it. So if you do order this phone, I recommend ordering a couple extra chargers, at least one to be on the safe side. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, just leave your comments or questions below and I'll do my best to get back with you. I own a retail store in Port Jervis, New York. The name is Port Jervis Computer. If you're ever in the area, feel free to stop on by. I'll answer any questions that you may have. And definitely click on subscribe. I'm going to be doing videos. I'm going to try to do them on a daily basis, reviews of pretty much anything that you'd be interested in, as well as the repairs and maintenance on computers. So definitely subscribe. Thanks for watching the video, and have a great day.